Everyone, is FinalRound. My name is Jordan. This video is going to be a little bit different than you have normally seen. I put a poll out there. I said, do you guys want just a bunch of picks, bunch of matchups, and then you decide from there? Or do you want me to find just a few picks and then give a lot of data to just back up those few picks? Which would probably be included in those few matchups. It just wouldn't be as in depth where I could possibly find something that I didn't like. A lot of people favored the fewer picks and more quality than just the good matchups and trying to find stuff like that. So I am filming during the games. I do want to say, Dylan Brooks, congratulations. You did go over points plus rebounds, still under his points line. So congratulations to him. He's still in a shooting slump. Is still going to keep an eye out on his lines and where they come out at. So I do have a few games where I have lines for, and since I'm giving just a few picks, I want to take something that's out and not just give a matchup. So I did some digging and I found two props that I really like. You will see images that come up on the screen. Those will be from a data app called Outlier. There'll be a link in the description that'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So let's start with the teams on a back-to-back. The Suns will be on the road against the fresh Hornets, and then the Clippers will be on the road against the fresh Pelicans. So this first pick is going to be Nikola Jokic over 24.5 points. And now the question is why? So he's very good. He's going up against the Spurs. Spurs give up the second most points to the center position. But as we saw with that ranking with the Atlanta Hawks giving up the third least points, and then I did a little bit of digging and we found out that they just weren't playing against very good centers. We need to find out if the ranking is valid or not. So it took a look at the recent centers that the Spurs have gone against. Mainly centers that are like Nikola Jokic. So they played against Domantas Sabonis recently. He had 31 points, 17 rebounds, and 9 assists. Played against Sengun before he got injured. He dropped 45 points on them. Anthony Davis is a skilled center, had 28 points, and then Sabonis a while back had 22 points. So none of these centers really had a bad game against the Spurs. But I was a little bit curious about Jokic. You'll see up here, he's gone over this line in 7 out of the last 10 games. I filtered to road games. He's gone over in 13 out of the last 17 road games. But then I took a look at the top 5 defenses that give up the most points to the center position. And I looked at every single team that Jokic has played against, all the points that he has put up against all of those teams, and tried to figure out how many times he has gone over this line against the bottom 5 defenses. So I found 11 different games and he went over 24.5 points. 10 out of those 11 games. The one game was against the Wizards. He shot 10 for 10 and scored 21 points. He did a lot of passing, got a ton of assists in that game. He didn't really need to score that much, and he still got 21 points on 10 for 10 shooting. So very easily could have been 11 for 11 on going over this line. That is my data to back up that pick. 24.5 points. I like the over for Nikola Jokic up against the San Antonio Spurs. And if you guys could, please like the video. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You can just say anything, and it just tells YouTube to get this out there for more people to see. And thank you to the people who do comment. So his next pick is going to be Wendell Carter Jr. over 8.5 rebounds at -130. He's going up against the Raptors, who over the past 2 weeks with Jakob Poeltl out have given up the most rebounds to the center position. And I looked at their starting lineup because that last game against Jalen Durant was pretty bad for the Raptors with how many rebounds he got, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But they started 4 different guards and they started Kelly Olynyk at the center position. So you have 4 guards, 1 power forward center who's not really like a rebounding type center, but rebounds aren't necessarily against the opposing center. It's more about defense forcing missed shots, and then you have rebound opportunities. The center you're going against could potentially steal a defensive rebound away from you by getting an offensive rebound. That would be the battle part, but that doesn't happen all the time. The more effective stat to look at would be the field goal percentage of the team they're going up against, rather than the opposing center they're going up against. So 4 guards, 1 power forward / center, and I checked, and the Raptors over the past couple weeks with all these injuries are shooting the 7th worst field goal percentage over those past 2 weeks. And then I checked the Magic and their opponent's field goal percentage, and they're forcing the 4th lowest field goal percentage. So Raptors are shooting bad, and they're going against a team that's causing teams to shoot bad. So let's see what this has resulted in. Over the past 5 games for the Raptors, they've gone up against Jalen Durant, who got 23 rebounds, Nikola Jokic, who got 17 rebounds, DeAndre Ayton, 19 rebounds, Yusuf Nurkic, 14 rebounds, and then Jonas Valanciunas got 10 rebounds in 20 minutes. Wendell Carter Jr. set up in a very good spot here to get 9+ rebounds. You'll see he's gone over 5 out of 10 times, and he's gone over in 4 out of the last 5 road games. And I would say Paolo Banchero, who normally is a good rebounder, but he hasn't been rebounding like at all. And then Franz Wagner hasn't been rebounding much over the past few games. So I'm thinking Wendell Carter Jr. has got to be the guy, unless Banchero or Wagner make a surprise appearance out of nowhere and just grab a ton of rebounds. I wouldn't be surprised because all the data would favor it, but they just haven't been doing it as of late. And next I have a special section that I'm going to potentially add to all these videos. We'll see how it goes. But before I get into that section, I do want to shout out my partners, Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. Use promo code FinalRound11 on any of these. They'll match your first deposit up to $100, and Sleeper will do it up to $500. There will be a link in the description that'll take you straight there with the promo code, and thank you to anyone who uses those. So this section is not matchup related or anything like that. These are just high hit rate first quarter props. So this is going to be called first quarter props. All right, so my Discord has fallen in love with a lot of these, and if you just keep playing them, especially with the payouts that they give, you're going to end up making money in the long run with the hit rate. So this first one's gonna be Cade Cunningham over 5.5 points at +104. He's gone over in 8 out of the last 10 games and 2 out of 2 games against the Heat this year. Second is going to be Gary Harris over 2.5 first quarter points at -120. He's gone over 9 out of the last 10 games. He's just been making a 3 in the first quarter. I did some research on his minutes, and he plays almost half. So he plays about a half to a third of his minutes in that first quarter. He plays a lot of minutes, and his minutes drop off the rest of the game. This third pick is going to be Wendell Carter Jr. over 3.5 first quarter points. This has become a very popular one. This used to be at plus money. It's at -125 now. People started to catch on. He's gone over this in 8 out of the last 10 games. And also, you could take a look at his first quarter rebounds at 2.5, because I'm taking his rebounds. I already went over why I think he's going to get a ton of rebounds. That's at -123. He's gone over this in 4 straight, rebounding very well early on in the game. This fourth one is going to be Kelly Olynyk over 3.5 points. He's gone over in 5 straight with Jakob Poeltl out, and he's been scoring a lot. This is at +100 even money. I really like this play. You can just keep taking it because he's gonna take the shots, and the volume's gonna be there. And he's not just a type of center who does layups. He's a shooter. Fifth one is Michael Porter Jr. over 4.5 first quarter points at -125. Gone over 9 out of the last 10, and the one game this year versus the Spurs. And then this last one's gonna be Victor Wembanyama over 2.5 rebounds. He's gone over 9 straight games in the first quarter, and the one game against the Nuggets this season. So those are strictly hit rate based. So more often than not, they're going to make money for you. So hopefully it'll be today. And if you are curious, that is the limited edition Kelsey bobblehead. I just got it. I had to get it. They had it at the Cleveland Cavaliers game. I bought it off of eBay. where they had both the Kelsey brothers who are from Cleveland in Cavaliers jersey bobblehead. I thought it was just really cool, so I went ahead and bought that. And if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. The link is in the description. You can hop on in there, discuss lines all day long as they come out. And if you do well with these picks and you feel like giving back, I have a Cash App and Venmo in the description. You can donate back to the channel. And thank you to the people who do donate. So get this edited and get it out to you guys. God bless you all. It's the final round. My name is Jordan. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.